Hey everybody, it's James here from the Sawyer Family Reviews channel, bringing you another DC Collectibles animated style review. Today we're taking a look at the New Batman Adventures Anti-Fire Suit Batman. Let's check him out. As always, we start things off with a packaged look at the figure first. Anti-Fire Suit Batman is from the New Batman Adventures, so we've got the blue highlighted packaging, New Batman Adventures logo here, Anti-Fire Suit Batman, number 29. New Batman Adventures logo there. Sculpted by Irene Matar, who handled almost all of this line, it feels like. Her, Gentle Giant, and I think there was another name, but I can't remember what it is. We've got the flip-flop of coloring on the back with blue on black, which reverses the front of the card, which is black on blue. That is it for the packaging. Let's get him out of there. Okay, we've got Anti-Fire Suit Batman out of the box. First things first. Little mini catalog dealio here. Mini poster, catalog, whatever. We're on number 29 here, which is Anti-Fire Suit Batman from the episode Torch Song. Firefly was also from Torch Song. And the last one on here we've got is Clayface. Little included stand here with the turnarounds of Anti-Fire Suit Batman. This was not in the New Batman Adventure style guide, at least not a page that I've got, so I can't show you the comparison there. Then we've got the single prong rod piece here, and then we've got the ones that slide back and forth because there's no cape to restrict it. So it's that style of stand. And then you just find the indent, you plug it on there, put it where you want, open up the clips. I'm not a fan of these stands. You got that by now. You understand I'm not a fan. Extra hands. I'm going to knock one off, and I'm going to try and stick it back on there. We've got a pair of hands that are meant to hold the gun that he comes with, and there's a little bit of spacing between the pinky and the index finger, so he's kind of gripping it almost like a Spider-Man type of deal. Then we've got gripping hands, open hands, and then, of course, the gun. Now, it's not truly a gun in the sense that it's going to shoot bullets or something like that. It shoots like a fire foam spray thing to put out fires. It's kind of reminiscent of Freeze's gun. Speaking of Freeze in general, actually, before I say that, in the episode, he actually holstered it back here, and there is no holster on him, as opposed to Firefly, which actually can holster his weapon. Batman, you can't holster the weapon. It's just kind of there. Speaking of Mr. Freeze, though, when we're talking about how that kind of looks like the Freeze gun, the suit itself looks like it draws inspiration from Mr. Freeze in the combo of blue and black, and even the pinstriping here and pinstriping here. It just feels like this suit, maybe Batman was inspired by Mr. Freeze's suit when he was creating it. I don't know. Speaking of Firefly, though, let's bring him over. Since these two complement each other, they're both in the same episode. Batman has to put this on when he goes for his final confrontation with Firefly in the episode to protect himself. So that's where this suit came from. The suit is kind of, when I saw the episode as a kid, and I was watching it, I'm like, oh, well, that's going to be a figure. Like, it felt like very much like one of those deals where they put something in just because it was going to be a toy, which didn't really happen that often on the Batman animated shows. But to me, it felt like that's what was happening here. But then I was wrong, because Kenner didn't even make one of these figures. They never made this look as a figure. At least, to my knowledge, they didn't. Let's look at his height real quick here. So we've got, at the top of his actual head, it's like a little over 6 inches, but at the top of his little ear points, it's like 6 3/8. So it's about, it's in line with what all the Batman figures have been so far. Here he is next to his standard look. So you can see it's the same body build, the same height and everything. It is Batman inside this suit. Let's talk about articulation on it real quick here. Get off of that stand. We've got ankles that hinge back and forth. And do they pivot? They don't feel like they pivot. Wow. Yeah, I don't feel a rocker on that at all. They look like they're just straight up. Yeah, they're just a straight hinge. Interesting. Then we've got a swivel where the boot meets the thigh. We've got a single knee joint that is ratcheting. Hips that hinge up to there and back to there, and then hinge out to about there. Rotation at the waist, but it is a bit restricted by this belt, but it's kind of rubbery, so it sort of gets out of the way a little bit. It's not super hard plastic, so that's good. Then we've got rotation at the shoulders. They go all the way around, and they hinge into just about there, but they're a little restricted by the design of Batman from the show, where the shoulders kind of meet out to a point here. Then we've got rotation at the elbow where they plug in, and then they're hinged. Rotation at the wrist where they plug in, hinge in and out. That one's a little stuck, it feels like. Maybe we'll do this one. They're both kind of stuck. But they are meant to hinge in and out. I just haven't heated them up enough. And then we've got a head that seems like it's on a ball joint, but it really just is side to side. There's no up or down or back and forth. It is cool to see that little bit of blue underneath there. I don't think I ever noticed that in the episode, that there was blue, and it was a full black helmet with the blue armor underneath it, I guess. Overall, I really like this design. I think it's a cool looking Batman. Knocking my lights around. It definitely feels like it was inspired by Mr. Freeze, like I said. And it's kind of like moving towards a Batman Beyond type of suit with all the black and then just a single color symbol here covering up the mouth. Yeah, this is a cool figure. It's not something you need for sure, though. Unless you're getting Firefly and you really like Firefly in that episode, you definitely don't need anti-fire suit Batman. It is a well-executed figure. It is cool looking, but it's just a blink and you'll miss it outfit when it comes through all of Batman Animated New Batman Adventures. It's a very minor appearance, a very minor costume change. And Torch Song is not one of the greatest episodes in the world either. It's good. Don't get me wrong, I do like Torch Song, but you know, it's not like Dark Knight Returns, Batman from Legends of the Dark Knight, where that's just in there briefly. It's a really great episode. It's a really cool look. So that figure, I'm like, oh, that's great. But this one, I'm just kind of, you know, it's a good figure. It's not something I necessarily needed, but it's a good figure. Next up is a figure you definitely need, though, when we do Clayface. That's the next one coming up. And that completes this mini poster. I'm always excited when I get through one of these little... Is this the same one I just picked up? Yeah, this is a different one. Yeah. I'm always excited when we get through one of these, because it means it's like a whole new batch of reviews I'm going to be doing. That is it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, notify. Leave a comment down below. See you guys next time.